I'll speak to that real quick. What most family members do in the treatment process, or at least researching for treatment, and I've talked about this before, they just jump on Google, right? If we are looking for some form of service, whatever that is, we get on Google. Hey, I'm looking for blah, 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 blah. Somebody to fix my air conditioner, right? And then it's human nature to just go to the first few, right? Some people are smart enough to know who's running paid ads. And then maybe, like, I don't click on any of the paid ad ones. I go maybe a few down, right? But I'm generally clicking on one of the first 5 that pop up. And treatment centers have learned this, and they spend millions of dollars. And I emphasize millions because it's the truth, to be one of the top 5 people that pop up on a Google search. So if you go on Google and type in, I'm looking for drug treatment for my 42-year-old son, you're going to have the same 5 treatment centers pop up, right? And you could search, I'm looking for alcohol treatment for my 22-year-old son, same 5 are going to pop up. I'm looking for addiction treatment for somebody that is on methadone, same 5 are going to pop up.
You can literally type in Rock Recovery Center, West Palm Beach, Florida, on Military Trail, and those first 5 will pop up.
Right.
You can like put specifics.
Yeah, and so treatment centers have gotten very savvy with this, but to any rate, that is, I'm reluctant to say part of the problem, but from a consumer standpoint, it can and is a problem, because in those 5 treatment centers that you call, those first 5, if they have the finances to be on the first 5, they have the finances to operate a call room. And when they operate a call room, there's going to be a handful of people that are all sitting in desks, just fielding phone calls all day and talking to people and telling you exactly what you want to hear when you need to hear it. And oftentimes it comes at the expense of their loved one, because, they're oftentimes not telling you the truth.
Right.
So go ahead, D-Dog.
I mean, I agree with Ben on this one. Frustration is probably the first word that comes to mind, because you hear about it all these time. These kids that come down, not like from the next county over, like these kids are coming in from different states, like just up and completely leaving their hometown, and they get lost in a system down here. And the only thing the parent sees is the kid going in and out, back into the same treatment center, because this is a treatment center that will take them, 7 times, 8 times. They keep relapsing, coming back. There's no consequences. And then just, I don't know, seeing kids get lost in the system down here is really sad. But then to your point on the other side of that, like, just making sure, as far as the families, like doing your research, like not just typing in something on the search bar. Like Google reviews is a huge thing. People leaving reviews, like doing investigative work on whatever treatment. I mean, you don't know what you don't know. And sometimes it's a lot too, because these families will call in, first time, never talked to a treatment center, don't really know what's going on, don't know what to do. And it's a lot of information, and generally I've gotten to the point where I'll just let them ask questions first and cover anything. And then whatever else after that, then I'll just kind of go, on a spiel to talk to them, because it's a lot of information to take in. But I mean, as far as the system, I mean, I've learned it over the 4 years, there's shadiness, in the system, and I've heard stories. These call room representatives are savages. We hear it all the time. Yeah, I went to this place. I was told I get my cell phone. I was told I'm going horseback riding. I was told they take us here and stuff like that. And it was all a lie. There's no pool. There's, you know what I mean? There's 4 beds in a room, just whatever the situation looks like.
Yeah.
But it's all a lie. And that is, and then to be a parent, in a different state, listening to your kid, hey, I get here and it's nothing like what they said. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a number. That's discouraging to a parent, to a family member, to a loved one, you know?
Yeah, I don't know exactly the full history of this gentleman's treatment process, and I don't want to make it appear as if he went to a bunch of shady treatment centers. In fact, I don't know at all.
Yeah, he might
Yeah.
not have.
He could have gone to good ones, and the reality is that he just hasn't gotten clean.
Yeah.
There's a lot to be determined, but reflecting on that phone call, keeping it on the kind of topic of call centers and stuff like that, I think one thing that really attracted her to having the or staying on the phone with me, a couple of things. First and foremost was when she had texted me and said, if you can call me within the next hour, that would be great. And I said, okay, can I call you in 30 minutes? And she said, yes. Well, the reason I wanted to call her in 30 minutes was because I was literally in the middle of mowing my grass and I wanted to finish cutting my grass. And I'll tie this in. I got done mowing my grass and I called her. And one of the first things I said to her was, hey, appreciate you getting on the phone with me. I just finished cutting my grass and I wanted to finish that before I reached out to you. And it prompted this conversation of like, oh, how is it down there in South Florida? I want to, me and my husband are looking at a place down there, and we eventually would like to spend some time down there. So it lowered the anxiety of the conversation. I literally just got off my mower. You know what I mean? It's a Saturday afternoon and I'm calling you to talk about this situation. And I think that went pretty far with her. And the other thing was like throughout the conversation, we discussed our faith a little bit, in terms of we're Christians and stuff like that, and talked about prayer and stuff like that. So I think that helped the conversation, but you don't get that stuff when you're calling into a call center and talking to a representative. You don't. And when any of us, the three of us, get on the phone with family members, loved ones, especially Ben and Destiny, I'm not sure, but Ben will literally stay on the phone with people forever, but that's what you get whenever you contact us. Is like, we're going to take the time, we're going to put the energy in and really talk to you about your situation. And you don't get that with a lot of these facilities.